Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, I have such a good show for you today. We're taking a look at Saint Meghan Markle. There is so much going on with Meghan right now. I mean, that could pretty much sum up the year, right? But there really is that I thought that'd be a good way to hit some of the high points, the low points, and everything in between and talk about some of this stuff. And so let's take a look. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the thumbs up, leave me comments, as all of those helps YouTube to recommend my videos. Again, I sincerely and humbly want to thank you all for your lovely comments, for your kind words. It means so much to me. I've seen you. I see you making all the extra comments, and it's really helping, and I appreciate that. I just want to say that. And thank you to everybody who uses the hype button as well. And if you don't have a hype button, that's okay. Thank you for trying. I get it. It's something that they're rolling out. Not everybody has it yet, but thank you to all who have used that. Now let's jump in and take a look at what she's up to now, because it's always something, isn't it? Goodness gracious. Which, by the way, speaking of Meghan, I have to say, in my own defense, this isn't beige. Don't even beige. I've worn this before and I get comments saying it's beige. No, it's ombre. It actually goes into like green and stuff. So not beige, not beige. Anyway, I have to clarify that. I'm not Meghan. Let's take a look, shall we? If this is beige, this is literally the only beige-esque thing that I own. I do not wear beige. Okay. Another year, another look back at Hanukkah from Meghan Markle and The Tig. Now, I did not remember this. I actually didn't follow The Tig very closely. I should go back in and do a deep dive. If that's something you want to see, let me know in the comments. But I know that there's some doozies in there. I'm very aware of the stuff she's written about Catherine and things like that while pretending not to know or study the royal family. Okay, sure. But I was not aware of this one. Shall we take a look? Now, this is especially poignant because of what's going on with her father, Thomas Markle. I've covered that at length and how disgusted I am by her behavior at that. But let's take a look, shall we? So allegedly, and she wrote in The Tig, this was pulled by somebody on Reddit. It says, in college, when I was homesick, my dad would go to Greenblatt's or Victor's Deli and overnight express mail me the soup I love so much, packed in dry ice, no less, easily making it the most expensive matzo ball soup known to man. How do you rectify that? How do you explain that away? Here she is bragging on the things that her dad did for her and then would later go on to basically claim he did nothing for her and to give him zero credit, less than zero credit, continuing to shout out Doria, no mention of Thomas whatsoever. But yeah, it sounds like he was awful, right? Making sure she had the exact thing that she wanted. I, you know, I love my Gosling more than life itself. I give her a kidney, anything, a heart if she needs it. There comes a point where it becomes spoiling, like not in a fun way. I'm talking about obnoxious way, and it's this. You can get matzo ball soup anywhere. I live, I live in Florida. I can find matzo ball soup. She was in Chicago at the time. You're telling me you can't find matzo ball soup? Really? Really? She had to have it from LA. I find that so crazy. So she's either lying about it, which is always my assumption, or if she's telling the truth, that's a pretty darn nice dad. So which is it? Oh, geez. All right. So this person says, so I was so spoiled. He did everything for me. That's right. If you're here, thank you for that. Look at me. My dad does everything for me. I mean, which is it? He did nothing for me. He did everything for you because it sounds like he did everything for you. It's amazing how many people keep trying with her. She's a snake. No one knows better than her family. Thomas should have continued the videotaping while reading the letter and then in front of all, burn the damn thing. So if it gets leaked, it will be evident that the leak comes from Madame herself. That's a good idea. She just outsmarts herself all the time. She wants it leaked. She wants to blame him, crying, see, I have no privacy. He's using me, all the while violating everyone else's private conversations. Where's the parable of the scorpion? What's the parable of the scorpion? Exactly. That's so well said. I thought this was such a good point and exactly what I and a lot of us have been saying. That's exactly it. If you don't know what's being said here, what they're alleging now is that she had somebody at the embassy deliver her letter, and then film him receiving the letter. So that way there'd be evidence of him receiving it. Now, from what I understand, the friend of Thomas's that's been at his bedside, I believe her name is Carolyn, the reporter from Daily Mail, she basically she said it was so, I think she said emotional, but maybe were disturbing, that it took him hours to get the courage to read it and then process what it said. So some people are speculating that she was hoping that Daily Mail reporter, I don't even want to use it like that. That friend of Thomas's would leak it. Doesn't sound like that's the case. So isn't that interesting? If he doesn't leak it and she doesn't leak it, Meghan will have to leak it, and Meghan will have to find a creative way to do it. But I'm using air quotes because she never is. We can see right through her. She always thinks she's the smartest in the room, but we can see right through her. So it won't be creative, in my opinion. I don't think it will be. I think we'll be able to see it clear as day. So look for that. I'm calling you now. Put that on your bingo cards. She's going to leak the letter. I have these are just my opinions, just my assumption. I have no actual idea, but I suspect it will allude to something dark. You know where I'm going with that. I don't even like to say it, but it'll allude to something dark and forgiveness or not forgiving or something like that. And that way she can play victim more, or that way she can, I don't know what the word is, win if it's leaked. It's so dark, isn't it? It really is. But I suspect that's where we're going with this. It's awful. The one I feel for is Thomas. I do. I've said before, feel what you want about the Markles. I get it. I have a range of emotions, but I think both things can be true. You can feel a certain way, but you can also realize that she's a monster, that he's an 81-year-old man in serious, I don't talk about people's medical stuff, whatever. He's got serious things going on. And she's making it all about herself. So I think that's all the monster you need, proof that you need to see there. She will definitely find a way for the letter to be leaked. I think so too. That's the only reason why she wrote it. I think so too. I think it's so it'll be leaked and so she can have more attention on herself. I think she's banking on exactly that. And if he doesn't do it, she'll find a way, like I say, to make it appear as if he did. So, I'm curious as the next person to see what the letter says, but no good can come from that. I'm telling you. I just feel, again, I feel for Thomas, her dad, in this situation because it's got to be heartbreaking. I suspect that the letter told him to get lost and that he was out of luck or else something that would have humiliated him had he allowed the contents to be known. If it had been correspondence between King Charles III and Hank, the entire contents would have been plastered all over the internet immediately. I think so too. I think so too. I think it's the further hypocrisy of these two that just keeps me riveted. The fact that they demand, free speech and all this, which I believe everybody has the right to, but they insist that nobody else does. They try to squash everybody else, including YouTubers that speak out about them. Even if you come with facts and evidence. I'm not a tinfoil hat wearer. I never say anything that I don't fully believe or look into or find in multiple places. And if I have said that, then I immediately say, hey, I can't verify this. I'm not sure, but this is what's floating around. And I'm not looking for a cookie like Meghan. I'm just saying there is a difference in reporting things that you disagree with that somebody has done and being out and out nasty. And I believe that's what she is, just out and out nasty. As my friends in the UK, I love you guys, say, she's a cow. I'm very British. I had one of you guys write the funniest comment. Thank you, by the way. I have not written you back at the time of this recording. I got to find it and write you back. Somebody wrote to me in the previous video. I'd worn a red sparkly top. Go back and watch it if you missed it. But I wore a red sparkly top. In fact, hold on. Sorry, I'm stalling. 1 second. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I usually have this ready to go. I wasn't planning on talking about this, but okay, it's this video here. Go find this video. I'm wearing a red sparkly top. One of you Brilliant flockers. Put a comment in there and thank you to everybody. Everybody said that you really like the top. Thank you very much. I like it too. I was in such a funk that day. I put on a red sparkly top just to bring my mood up because this one irritates the piss out of me sometimes. But I put that on and somebody said something like, "Jen, you look beautiful. Thank you very much." And said, "Had you snuck in the window at Soho House first, Harry would have fallen for you and we wouldn't have had to deal with it." Something along those lines, and I couldn't stop laughing. And I just thought it was so funny, and then I had the thought, I was like, "Is this the nicest comment ever, or is this the meanest comment ever? Because I don't wanna be with Harry." They're made for each other. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But thank you. That was very nice and very funny. So definitely go back and watch this video though if you didn't. I put it up at a weird time on Sunday evening. So as of the time this recording, the views were meh. So definitely go back and watch it if you don't mind. That would help. I appreciate that. All right, let's get back to it though. That was just such a funny comment. Thank you to everybody who left such lovely comments though about that top. I appreciate that. A lot of you said red is a good color on me. That means the world. My mom always says the same thing. Thank you for that. Hi, Gigi, if you're watching. Okay. Not beige. It's not beige. It's not beige. It's ombre. Okay. I suspect that the letter told. Oh, I read that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Okay, let's keep going. I love this username, Miserable Passion. There was part of the letter that he would not want released because it'd be too hurtful. I'm guessing this is where she starts with those allegations. I think so too. I think so too. So she can have a paper trail. Oof. It makes me feel icky. I don't even want to talk about it. It really does. And yet she still tries to say that she grew up poor. Such a good point. Such a good point. What about those, what'd she say, like $4.99 dinners at the Sizzler and things like that, Sizzler salad bar, and all the tales she spun, and how she paid for college and he's shown Lady C receipts where he paid for college and all that. I don't know. Anyway, but she tries to say she grew up poor. That's an ongoing theme with her. No poor people are going to be spending money on sending food that you could get perfectly great. That you could perfectly get somewhere else overnight. That's exactly it. Like I say, it doesn't matter if I was a hundred heir or a billionaire. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Like, I just think there comes a point where things become excessive. And I think these two lunatic, I don't know why I'm pointing to them. Those two lunatics, Harry and Meghan, crossed into that a long time ago. It's excessive. It really is. That's not a nice gesture. That's insane, if you ask me. All right. Exactly. This all damn day. I think so too. I think that's exactly right. Yeah. I forgot about the claiming to be poor. The father who went to lengths to get that one soup that she could have likely gotten at a deli nearby, but was so spoiled she needed it from home, but somehow is now so terrible he doesn't deserve a phone call while he's in the hospital. Make that make sense? You can't. That's exactly what I'm saying too. What we're all saying. I agree. You can't make that make sense. She gushed and gushed about that man and would use him when it suited her, but now, no more. No more. That is the most tragic try-hard mess ever, and she hasn't changed a bit since 2012. Isn't that interesting? I thought that was a good point as well. It's like Arrested Development, right? It always is with her. It always is. I agree completely. How could she prove she's extra, extra, extra special if she gets takeout from a local? Don't care how, I want it now. Yeah, I thought that was so good. Yeah, exactly. How else would she brag to everybody about how special she is and how, she's unique and extraordinary. She's the only one who's ever been homesick or had a child, if you believe that. All this, everything is just only specific to her. Nobody else has gone through anything. Oh, please get in line. Come on. The rest of us out here are going through real stuff, whereas she's making up shit. This is why he's broke. Markle ate the money. I would never ask my parents to do something so wasteful. That's exactly what I thought too. Again, it doesn't matter if you have a negative amount in your bank account or $1 billion in your bank account. It just is, it's too much. It's over the top. I just don't get it. I understand sending care packages from home too, but overnighting a soup that you could find, I don't know, at the grocery store, really? No, I don't think so. Right. An Emmy-winning lighting director ends up broke because he paid for Markle to go out of state to an expensive school. She is beyond words. I agree. Exactly that. Exactly. Okay. Now, since I'm irritated, I thought we could have some fun. Look at this next one that somebody found. I thought this was really fun. Now, if you don't know, I'm super into, let me show you. Hold on. I sound like Megan. I'm super into, no, I am. I'm super into painting. That's one that I've done. I have them all over my house. I just love to paint. It's just something I enjoy. I painted this room, super into it. Love it. Love blue, love colors, all the things. Okay. Into painting. So I'm into color, not beige, into color. And so I pay attention to things like that. And do you know what Pantone of the Year for 2026 is? Whoever picked this, no, just a big fat no from me. I usually actually disagree with Pantone of the Year. So I'm going to big fat disagree with this one. Take a look. Ready? All right. Pantone of the Year. Sunday Fun Day. Did Meghan Markle inspire Pantone's Color of the Year 2026? I don't think she inspired much, but maybe this. Look, it does look like her, doesn't it? Oh, that's terrible. Why? Why is this the color? We've been through grays and stuff, and I like gray, but it's just, there's not much to it. How is this the color of the year? Why? Why would they pick this? I don't understand. And oh my God, the picture is so bad. It's so Megan. WTF is going on with fashion these days? The lack of color, those unhemmed trousers. Are we the ones out of the loop for admiring well-tailored and crafted clothes? It feels like it, doesn't it? It certainly does. I love to reference Church Lady. I remember growing up, my dad had this bumper sticker on the back of his truck, and it says, "Well, isn't that special? Could it be Satan?" Oh, with its expansive presence, Pantone 11-4201 Cloud Dancer invites a space where function and feeling intertwine to build atmospheres of serenity and spaciousness, providing a refuge of visual cleanliness that inspires well-being and lightness. If you say so. Doesn't that sound like it was written by Meghan? Isn't that just a whole bunch of words where individually you know what they mean, but together it's just a big word salad? It just loses all meaning and you just kind of roll your eyes back in your head like, what are you saying? No, it's just boring white. It's even the same. Oh, there you go. Word salad that Meghan uses. That's right. Exactly what I thought as well. Not impressed with the color of the year. No, not at all. Whoever thought this up was just scamming people to buy new things because it's the color of the year. Ugh, exactly. I think so too. Pantone, oops, wrong one. Pantone's color of the year no longer has any relevance. Like the two of them? Yeah, I think so too. Absolutely not. These things are known at least a year in advance. She's inspired nothing. What is the opposite of inspiration? Comment below. What is the opposite of inspiration? I'd like to know. Let me know. This could be fun. Let me know in the comments. Goodness, that's funny. What is the opposite of inspiration? I think it was selected because we're all exhausted by the chaos of 24-hour news cycle, cell phones constantly available, and working too hard, but still worrying about money. White is cool, clean, and timeless. It plays well with everyone. It's hard to be divisive about white, yet here we are. I had no idea Markle got a modeling gig with Pantone. I thought that was pretty good. I thought this person made a good point. Maybe there is something to that. I personally don't see how you can name that a color of the year, but I understand completely where they're going, that maybe it's just too much, just like Markle herself. That's going to do it for me. You got to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, I sincerely appreciate you being here. I truly do. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for that. How is that the color of the year? You know, it's driving me crazy. I don't edit this part. So let's just look, shall we? Okay. What was Pantone's color of the year 2024? No, I'm sorry. It would have been 25. I forgot. We're going in 26. Let's see here. Oh gosh. 2025 was Mocha Mousse. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one either. I don't know if you can see that. It's all right. It's better. Well, I'm almost wearing it, but it's better than the white, I guess, but it's not great. Let's see what 2024 was. Peach fuzz. Ugh, no. Oh, God, I don't know which is worse. I don't like peach. See, I'm sitting here telling you how much I love colors, and I hate all the colors they've chosen. I think this is always the thing. Let's see, Pantone, color of the year, 2023. Okay, now this one I can get on board with. This is more of a magenta color. All right, we'll go with that one. I'll approve of that one. Goodness gracious. All right, that's going to do it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the lovely comments. Thank you for all the support. In case you didn't know, or in case you missed it, I now have an Amazon storefront. I will try to put the link in the comments below. I've also been including it in the description of the video. It's not that you pay even a cent more for any of the items, and I just pick the items that I personally use and like stuff I use in my hair, like makeup, my lip color, stuff like that. You can find that over on my Amazon storefront, and what that does is by clicking the link, I get a few cents if you end up buying anything that I'm recommending there, and that helps. I really appreciate that. If you also want to further support the show, you know how to do it. Check out my merch. We've got Everything's Fine. Still got Beetle Goose stuff if you're interested in that. I've got so much stuff. I've got Drunk Goose Club. I've got Team Catherine. So much more. Check that out. Thank you to everybody who supports me there. And you can check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. It's my old name. Tons of new stuff, tons of bonus content, tons of new material. I do about 3 episodes a week, whereas most people do about 1 episode a week. So lots of content over there. Check that out. And like I say, hundreds of videos. So if you subscribe, you get access to the back catalog. So check that out. And thank you guys so much, all you executive geese and ganders. I appreciate your support. That's going to do it for me. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. And I can't wait to read them. And I hope you had the best day. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Bye-bye. Hi, how are you? How are things? Oh, goodness. Are you stressed like I am? The closer it gets to Christmas, I swear, every year I determine not to do this to myself. But like today, I'm having a realization, oh my gosh, there's a gift. Gigi, don't watch this part. 3, 2, 1. Gigi, turn it off. My mom is Gigi, if you didn't know, and Gigi watches, and she can't know this part. Turn this off, Gigi. Don't ruin Christmas. Okay, every year I make a calendar with my Gosling on it, like doing different poses and different things all year long, pictures with my parents, pictures with, relatives, things like that, and I put it together in a calendar. It's just one of the gifts that I always give. Guess what I realized with a thud today? I haven't done that yet. How in the world am I going to get that ordered and in time for Christmas? Holy crap. I also ordered really special Christmas cards. Yeah, they're not here yet either. I'm going to jump out my window. Don't worry, I live on the first floor. I'll just roll an ankle or something stupid, but the stress is hitting me. It really is. I was doing okay, but the stress is hitting me now. I just realized my crown is crooked. That's a good analogy of how I feel. It's like, okay, it almost looks nice, but then you start looking closely and you're like, oh God, it's not right. Things are wrong. That's how I feel right now. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you stayed tuned this long, make me feel better. Are you stressed like I am? Commiserate with me. Have you forgotten to order things and just realize it? Or did you get yours done like 2 months ago? And I'm just like the cheese stands alone because I suspect it's something like that. All right, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have the best day. Take care. I am glad I didn't sneak through the Soho window and meet Harry first. You know what's funny? That's one of the funniest comments I got as well when I first showed myself. A lot of people said I thought you were a brunette, which I found funny. I don't know why. It just cracked me up. I'm like, no, I'm very, very blonde. But some people said, oh God, don't let Harry see you. He likes blondes. I was like, no, never. All right. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. I'm going to crawl under my desk and cry. Bye. Dee, dee, dee.